Welcome to Skyrim for Seniors. We're standing with our back to Frossel, which we just came out of. And for some reason, we're supposed to speak to Edla. All right. Don't know why. Suppose we should wait till morning rather than break into her house.
I welcome you, friend of the Skull.
Thank you.
If Nicholas leaves, I fear he will never return. Be always warm, Skull friend.
Well, maybe he'll come out after a while. What you got going on over there?
The blood of wolves runs through your veins, Skull friend. When we stalk large game, I lead our hunters in tracking the beast. It is also a way of saying that I am the most skilled hunter in the village.
I see.
I doubt that an outsider could truly understand, but I hope my words have helped to answer your question.
Sure they have. What kind of game do you hunt?
Deer, bear, and horker provide most of what we need for skins and meat. Sometimes, when the wolves grow too bold and threaten the village, we must hunt them to cull their numbers.
What wisdom can you share about hunting?
The first piece of wisdom I teach to any hunter of the Skull is to ask the simple question. Should I truly kill this beast? We take only what we need, and so we preserve the oneness with the land.
Ah, that's silliness. Okay, what is oneness with the land?
The Skull hunt not for sport, but to survive.
Well, of course.
We believe that all creatures have a right to live as they will, and when we take what we need from them, we thank the beast for its gifts. The less we disturb the land and the beasts within it, the more we respect the wishes of the Allmaker.
Ah, okay. Fine, sure enough.
In days past, my brother Torkild and I would share the hunt, but that was long ago.
What happened to your brother?
I wish I could tell you. He had a wild gleam in his eye, more so than most. In my darkest times, I fear he fell in among the werebears of the glacier.
Ah. What's a werebear?
Twisted beasts, a curse of Hircine. True bears are noble and great creatures of the wild, but the Daedra have no skill for creation, so they defile the Allmaker's workings. I've heard tell of men who, by curse or by heart's desire, become transformed into one of those vile things. It is a pitiable fate, and one that I fear has fallen to my brother.
Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
He set off from here so long ago. It's hard to say. Could be in Hammerfell for all I know. If you happen to cross his path, be wary. He was a fierce warrior as a man. If he fell prey to his more bestial side, he could be deadly.
Well, there's a good chance I've already run across him and he's dead. Well, I got a problem here, because
The elders talk of Great City is much bigger than our village. But why would anyone need so many buildings?
That's a good question there, Etna.
Yes, I know
Very good question.
Fear to think what would have happened if you hadn't saved me from the elves. All right.
My mother was Skull, but she left the village and I was born in Skyrim.
Why did your mother leave the village?
A trade ship from Skyrim struck ice off the coast near the village, and the Skull took in the surviving sailors. My mother fell in love with one of the sailors, my father, and eventually returned with him to Skyrim.
Did she ever return here?
Sadly, no. She died in Fall Creek, where I was born.
Fall Creek? Oh, that's my home. What do you need?
I came across a few of my mother's old things not long ago. Among them was a necklace that my father gave to her when they were married. I believe she would want it placed upon her tombstone.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
As a symbol of her undying love and the great sacrifice she made for it. If you find yourself in Fall Creek, please give this amulet to the priest Brunel and tell him that I sent you. He will understand. I don't have much to give in reward, but return to me when the task is done and I'll do what I can. Thank you, Skull friend.
Of course. What did you do in Skyrim before you came back here?
Well, my mother used to say that I was born an angry child. It's true that my heart has always been restless, and fighting was the only way I could find peace. I was a soldier for a time, and then a mercenary, but I was never truly happy until I came here.
Okay.
All right, then.
How about you?
The dragons of old have returned. By the Allmaker, I hope they will leave our village alone.
Yeah, it's
It's good to see you again, Scott. I have seen more wolves and bears among the trees since the last dark moon. Something is driving them north into our lands.
The beasts are driven north in search of food. The ashfall in the south kills the plants upon which the small creatures feed. As the small creatures move north, I hope you will give me word if you find anything about my brother.
Ah, yes, right.
Remember to hunt only when you have need.
If Nicholas leaves, I fear he will never return. If Nicholas leaves me now, I will be truly alone.
Nicholas has agreed to stay.
May the Allmaker bless you with many sons and daughters, outsider. Once again, you have shown that you're a true friend of the Skull. I wish that I could give you a reward that is equal to the joy in my heart, but I don't have much to offer one who has so much already. Perhaps these will prove useful to you. These herbs are unique to the island, and their light cannot be found elsewhere.
Well, thank you. I thank you very much. What have you got for sale?
Mostly things from the village or the land around it. Have a look. See you around. I could travel to Ravenwood.
Travel to Valok's tomb. Hmm. Alright, what we'll do is I suppose we'll start here and we'll go up and around the end of this little piece of land. This type of this type of a piece of land has a name, very distinctive label, and I know it, but I just can't bring it up. I can't fetch it out of my memory. Absolutely maddening. Now, between this session and the last, I did quite a lot of inventory management, which also included a bunch of selling, buying and selling. I went to the college in Winterhold and bought a bunch of soul gems. Filled and unfilled. And what do we got here? Oh, I see. That pinches through. So if I go there, I'm actually going through to the other side. Why should they check their records? Allstate is my insurance company. Ah. I need to go up there and pay my premium. They're expecting some money here pretty quickly. Oops. Hello there, Horker. Wow, that is one powerful bow, I'm going to tell you. I need to fish out the formulas for transfer of momentum. They're very simple and straightforward formulas. It's a matter of speed and mass. And since an arrow cannot have much mass, to transfer enough momentum to cause that horker to move like that when it hits it, it must be traveling at a tremendous speed. The problem, of course, with traveling at that kind of speed is I would think in reality it would probably just pass completely through the horker instead of actually transferring its momentum to the horker. It would just pass through the horker. I think we have a little physics problem going on here. But I do enjoy watching my arrows push around people. Even though I doubt the physics of the matter. Okay, we're starting to get out of the ice. It is still snowing, but there's no longer ice on the ground. Yeah, we're Let's give these folks a chance. Not shoot at them. Bujo's retreat discovered. Not just shoot at them indiscriminately.
Whether we succeed or not, it'll stir up some of the old blood in this crowd.
I'm not going to lead them to their deaths if they aren't ready.
Then train them. What are we doing here? We should either get used to staying here, or be preparing to retake the hall. You're having us do neither, and I can't stomach it.
But your stomach isn't my problem. We'll act when I say we do, and not before.
Well, you'd better say something. And soon.
Thanks for taking that thing down. We're supposed to be warriors, not crafters.
What thing?
Good to finally be getting some sleep at night. Things are bad enough without everyone around here looking death-eyed too.
What are you talking about?
What's going on here is that we've been kicked out of our home. The mead hall, up there on the hill. Some Reeklings have taken it over. With tenacity and numbers. It didn't help that we'd grown a little too comfortable up there. Too much mead, too many stories, too few battles.
What if you had one extra warrior?
Are you offering to help?
Yes.
Some new blood should be enough to rouse these layabouts to actually fight again.
Sounds like fun.
Well, let's move then. Hey, you lazy milk drinkers, get over here. I know you're all starting to settle in here and keep up the fat lives you've got used to up in the hall. But look here, this outsider has more fire than any of you. All I had to do was mention our little infestation, and she volunteered in a second. I don't want to have my spirit outstripped by some wanderer, so let's get up there and kill us some Reeklings.
Is someone there?
Over here!
Ah, that was almost exhilarating. How are you feeling? Good to hear. In fact, that's just the spirit I'll need from my second. Do you want to come with me?
Your what?
My second. If we're going to take up residence here again, I need to get the blessing of Rothmund again. I'll need a witness and, well, you see the kind of horker brains I deal with around here. What do you say?
I'd be honored.
Well, let's not waste time talking about it then.
A lot of work to do around this place.
Are you ready to go inside? The burial place of Rothmund, who founded Thirsk. He brought a group of true warriors away from the soft life of the Skal to know the wilderness, to feel the sting of cold and of steel. I know that sounds a little silly. It's just the way it's written in the books, and that phrase has always stuck with me.
What's going to happen in there?
It's pretty simple. Rothmund's axe is in there with him. anyone who attempts to take hold of it has their spirit judged by Rothmund himself.
We're gonna fight his ghost?
No, nothing like that. He doesn't need to battle us to know us. He's always watched over Thirsk and sees us from beyond. And in my case, since he's already deemed me worthy, it will just be a matter of him remembering why he blessed me before. Really, all you need to do is watch.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's not waste any time then.
Okay. All right, so we'll go in there next session. Okay.